Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Anthony Edwards.
And he's gotten very shaky at the foul line in the last 5 games. Compared to his numbers through the rest of the season, I know he's frustrated and he'll be desperate to get it turned around here tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The wing set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Conley in at the 1. And for Chicago, Dosunmu is out there with White. And it's Vucevic, and it's DeRozan, and it's Caruso in at the small forward. This should be a fun one, Greg. 2 teams that are among the most athletic in the NBA.
And I don't know if it'll be a track meet, but it will be an up-tempo game. And that's the only way these teams know how to play.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Now here's Edwards. Not a lot of room. To Gobert. And Reed has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. And a miss there on the triple. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one following a loss to the Chicago Bulls. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Caruso climbing the ladder. He loves to add a little excitement to things.
Over in the corner, Conley. And the 3 off target. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Vucevic.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Conley. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Dosunmu. Reed with the rebound.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Another miss by Conley. Bulls have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. After 2 consecutive first-round exits, Greg, the Timberwolves are looking to take that next step.
And with Anthony Edwards at the helm, I think they will soon. But you have to remember, he is only 22 years old. And when your star is that young, you typically have to endure some growing pains before breaking through.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Here's DeRozan. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 3rd assist on the night. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Edwards inside. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Here's Vucevic, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Conley against White. And the pass to Reed. Shot clock at 6. Here's Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's McDaniels, and finished off by McDaniels.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Frustrating beginning for them, but we have a long way to go. Now they just need to string together some buckets. Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Assist goes to Kobe White.
Edwards with it. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Pass to Reed. Six on the shot clock. Off target with his three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Reed with the block. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Conley's shot is off.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Lobs it up there for White. Stolen by McDaniels. Shoots over Vucevic. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got his second bucket of the game to go. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They play with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
White against Conley. For three, Edwards. Good on the three-point shot.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now here's DeRozan. He picked up 27 points in their last win against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They're unselfish. They're passing the ball well, setting up teammates, playing team basketball, and they're focused.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
Believe it or not, the regular season is almost over. Greg, for teams that are out of the playoff picture, what's important now?
Well, I think, Kevin, first you need to self-evaluate. Check out your roster. Who do you keep? Who do you let go? And then once you figure that out, you start thinking about which guys to bring in.
Conley's shot is off.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Timberwolves trail by 11. At the elbow, it's Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Passes to Reed, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Out left to the wing, Caruso, the pass to Vucevic. Back to Caruso. Oh, good with the triple. Minnesota's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Edwards against Caruso. Edwards inside. 6 to shoot. Now here's McDaniels. D right on him. Doesn't go for him. Chicago leading by 9. Lobs it up there for White.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Minnesota also making some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Mike Conley. .146 left in the first quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. Terry covering. Has to Reed. Beyond the arc. Green with the rebound.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Hey, Steve, the Bulls haven't been to the finals since 1998. Michael Jordan's last season in Chicago.
Kevin, hard to believe, but that tells you how difficult it is to get to the finals. Also, just how important a generational player like MJ can be.
Here's Alexander Walker. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 11-point game. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's the screen. McLaughlin, the pass to Reed. The kick out to Anderson. Shoots it. Money from the wing.
He's used to being the catalyst. Kyle trying to become more of a threat, playing off the ball.
Carter right side. Dishes it to Drummond. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Can't let Drummond get established positioning. When he does, it forces you to compromise.
Bulls shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. First one falls for him.
Multi-time All-Star Andre Drummond is still very young and continues to polish his craft.
Some changes for Minnesota. T.J. Warren comes in for Rudy Gobert, and Anthony Edwards subbed in for Reed. And both free throws good for Drummond. 26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's stolen by Green. Throws it up high. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. And the Bulls lead by 15.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Minnesota shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Edwards against Terry. From the high post. Edwards can't hit. Bobbed up there for Green, and Green slams it in.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And so it's Chicago, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. Back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead, here early on.
The Bulls leading by 17. Andre Drummond is out there with Torrey Craig. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Carter. And it's Terry in at the shooting guard. That's the group for the Chicago Bulls to start the second quarter. Minnesota shooting a ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. Here's McLaughlin. Scoreless thus far. Anderson. No good there.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Edwards against Drummond. Here's Anderson, and Anderson slams it in.
Getting himself to the rim, Anderson continually finds ways to impact the game.
The Bulls shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Carter. McLaughlin, no good. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Drummond is doubled. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Edwards. It's tipped. And here is Drummond. He's got 6. The shot's good from Carter.
And for those who criticize Drummond facilitating, I say rewatch that play. He's improving.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Terry against Edwards. Just 5 to shoot over Terry. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got 5 now.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
And finished off by DeRozan.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Carter.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Terry kicks to Craig. Drummond in the post. He's against Miller. And it's Drummond missing. Timberwolves trail by 20. And it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to cement himself, Greg, as Minnesota's franchise player.
He is one of the best young players in the league with clear superstar potential. The future of the Timberwolves starts with Edwards.
Nice shot by Terry.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Miller outside. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Playing with good instincts. Nikhil making those around him better.
Chicago leading by 16. DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And Minnesota has possession. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
You know what happens? You start to miss a few. You develop a lack of confidence, and suddenly it becomes contagious.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Now here's DeRozan. Guarded closer. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
One of the biggest progressions for DeMar DeRozan. Now can create a shot off the dribble in a variety of ways.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Now, in recent years, the league has flattened the lottery odds and created a play-in tournament to keep more teams motivated. Commissioner Adam Silver knows some teams are in a development phase, but doesn't want to see maneuvering for better draft picks. He says teams are smarter, they're creative, and they respond. We move, they move. Kevin?
Just like that. D.A., thank you.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Effort's been there, check mark. The physicality, check mark. They set the tone for this game early on.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Minnesota calls timeout. Good substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Miller. Reed comes in for Kyle Anderson. Daniels, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Mike Conley in for Jordan McLaughlin. And so it's Minnesota with it. Here's Alexander Walker. From past the arc. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Shots good by Green. Green's got 6. And Greg, when they talk about youth development, the days are gone when coaches divided guards and bigs when it comes to skill work. When did that change?
It's kind of a recent development, maybe the last 10 or 15 years, but it's amazing how the game has evolved.
A jump hook. Here's Reed. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
It's stolen by Gobert. Conley surveying the D. The pass to Reed. Over Green. That misses off the back.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Great positioning by Vucevic. Hustle points for the big man.
The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Here's Alexander Walker.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. .135 left in the first half of basketball. Lobbed up there for Green.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 5. And the foul called on Ayo Dosunmu. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Javonte Green. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Edwards is checked in. Outside Conley. And it's White with the rebound. White's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
A nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. 52 seconds left in the second quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
White against Conley. White the pass to Caruso. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
An area of his game that Caruso continues to work on. Nice to see him knocking him down.
White against Conley. Feeds it to McDaniels to end the run. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McDaniels got 6 points.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And White kicks to Caruso. Pass to Dosunmu. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Now McDaniels. His last outing, he had 8 points.
Bulls foul. Ayo Dosunmu. Second personal
The
foul.
Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of this game.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jaden McDaniels. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2. The free throw drops for McDaniels. He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Again, Chicago.
The perfect set of skills to flourish in transition. DeRozan's got it all.
And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the Chicago Bulls. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks, Nick. What got you guys going in the first half?
It was just we played aggressive and try to be a presence in there. Everybody, not just me, but all the guys. And that's all we need to do, you know. When we start the game up right, then we can build a pretty nice lead like tonight we did.
Obviously, it's how you finish, not how you start. Thanks, Nick. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race. And guys, I was just thinking, as I often do, in your travels around the league, the only team you both played for was the Orlando Magic.
Can he play for them?
6 games, and it was the worst 6 games of my life.
How many of those games did you start?
I started 2, and I should have started all of them. That's another story.
And you know what else? The Magic also say it was the worst 6 games for them. Now let's go over that first half action. Things did not go according to plan for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They got worked on the glass. Lots of spectating, not enough activity. Disappointing first half.
And I'm sure they would agree. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Conley is the point. Edwards plays on the wing. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle. And So White will bring it up for Chicago. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Edwards. Defense right on him. The rebound by Dosunmu.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Stolen by Reed. Outside Conley. Passes it to Gobert. Now Edwards. From the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Edwards got 8 points.
How about the pass from Gobert, scanning the floor well and spotting his open teammate.
And DeRozan throws it down.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Conley the pass to Gobert. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Gobert's got his first points of the night.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
Bulls have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And White kicks to Vucevic. DeRozan in the corner. Hits it from 3-point range.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
At the line for the Bulls, DeMar DeRozan. One shot.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
A jack-of-all-trades type of player, DeMar DeRozan embraces his role as a leader on this team.
Conley against White. They set the pick. Shoots from the elbow. Pass to Gobert. Clock at 6. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Whether you box him out or not, Gobert has the length to make that play.
For Chicago, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Here's Caruso. That 3 off the mark.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Conley kicks to Reed. The pass to McDaniels. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Gobert. Banked in off the glass. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
Jaden McDaniels.
Chicago's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Right now, I'll send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, without question, the game has changed in recent years, and there's always a debate about which game is better. Hall of Famer Julius Erving said in the 80s, nobody shot three-point shots unless they were down, and it was out of desperation. The line was there, but the game was played inside that line. The game was played in the paint, inside out. Kevin, different does not mean better or worse.
I would agree. The game rolls on, doesn't it, David? You've been in this league a long time. The game rolls on. Vucevic against Gobert. Here's White. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Vucevic against Conley. Launches a 3, and again, Minnesota with the triple.
And this is something Conley's worked on since entering the league, his ability to stretch the floor.
To the inside, and he lays in the alley-oop.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Outside Edwards. A quick check now, the 2K leaderboard, and the league's best rebounders in the two-guard slot since the All-Star break. In the third spot, Anthony Edwards.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a two-guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
It just illustrates the level of effort that the guys on that list play with every night. They're willing to do all the things to help their teams win, and rebounding is a big part of it.
The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And the Timberwolves call time here.
Deadlock fans on the court. Your Heights Squad.
Both teams will make substitutions. Right now, let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You look at the Bulls, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
Gobert dishes to McDaniels. Conley against Carter. Pass to Alexander Walker. Misses the 3. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Lobbed up there for Drummond, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
Minnesota's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Passes it to Gobert. Conley against Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Reed for Craig. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. Another miss by Minnesota. Bulls have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. The steal. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Okay, Rudy. Rocking the rim.
And it's Terry with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. And he lobs it up, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Pass to Reed. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Over in the corner, Conley gets the three-pointer to fall. Conley's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Minnesota.
That corner 3 can be intimidating for some, but not Conley.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
To the paint.
2 minutes.
And again, Chicago turns it over.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Mike Conley. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. And he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. Taylor's checked in for Green. Here's Alexander Walker. Terry covering. Outside Conley. Over Terry. Conley's shot is off. Chicago's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Drummond passes to Taylor. Shoots over McDaniel. Drummond, and the layup is good. Drummond's got 6 in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Conley, the pass to Alexander Walker. 1:02 left to play here in the third. Nifty move. Jams it in off the great move.
Nickeil Alexander Walker doing harm to the rim.
Chicago has gone 1-2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Terry. Mike Conley with the rebound. Minnesota's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's Alexander Walker. 7 points in the game. Here's McDaniels. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
McDaniels gone 4 of 7 from the field here. Down low. And finished off by Craig.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Minnesota's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Conley finds Anderson. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And good that time. Anderson's got 6.
Way to convert through contact, Kyle, with excellent body control.
And Chicago shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
2 shots. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. So both teams changing it up here. And both free throws good for Drummond. 11 seconds left to play in the third. For 3, Edwards. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's Terry outside, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Chicago Bulls ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Here's Minnesota. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Torrey Craig is out there with Taylor. Then it's Terry. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Carter in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Chicago. Shot clock at 6. Anderson against Taylor. Anderson can't get it to go. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Taylor's shot, good.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And there it is on a night when he's been so efficient handling the basketball. That's his first real mistake.
Number 17.
Chicago's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And it's Carter missing. Minnesota shooting about 42% so far. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Drummond. Sweet move. Edwards can't hit. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And the NBA said expansion should wait until after the new CBA. Greg, that's done, so what new teams?
I mean, Kevin, it seems like Seattle's been waiting forever. Professional teams have been crowding into Las Vegas, and don't sleep on Mexico City. A lot of potential fans south of the border.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Here's McLaughlin. No good on the three. Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Popped up there for Drummond. Stolen by Anderson. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Carter. McLaughlin, the pass to Alexander Walker. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Bull shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Inside. And Drummond throws it down.
It's one of those nights where Drummond's been heavily involved, and he's responding.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
And with NBA's upcoming broadcasting deal, Steve, starting in 2025, a lot of streaming services vying to carry games.
Kevin, we'll see how it plays out. But with those additional media outlets in the bidding, the sense is the next deal could be a doozy.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Carter. Alexander Walker passes to McLaughlin. It's good from long range.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
No good that time. Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Alexander Walker, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Making it look easy inside. Nickeil Alexander encouraged by his teammates.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. There's the pass to Drummond. And here is Craig. Drills the three-pointer.
And he is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
For 3, Edwards. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Now, here's Craig. Craig is a guy that led the offense, a floor general. Do you think we're in the golden era of point guards?
Kevin, it's hard to say. I mean, the 80s had Magic and Isaiah. The 90s had Stockton and Peyton. The 2000s with Nash and Kidd. But this era is deep. You got Curry, Lillard, Doncic, Morant, and of course CP3 is still going.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. McLaughlin, the pass to Alexander Walker. He feeds it to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I mean, he's tailor-made for those pick-and-roll sets. Gobert, a big-time finisher on the move.
For Chicago, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Taylor, and the Bulls another three.
This is the shot you want to get him, an open look from range.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Carter. Alexander Walker passes to Gobert, and it's sent back by Drummond. Terry looking over the floor. Here's Taylor. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. They get it back. Anderson. The layup off target. The Bulls have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. It's good on the putback. Taylor's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
Edwards with it.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Takes a three. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Where was the D there? No one was covering the open man.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
It's time for your Chicago Lovables.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Anderson. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Mike Conley in for Jordan McLaughlin. .151 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shots good by Green.
Good instincts from Nikola, finding the open man.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Edwards, the 15-footer. Good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Lobs it up there for White. Stolen by Michael Conley. .124 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Gobert. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for DeMar DeRozan.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Here's DeRozan. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen by McDaniels. Outside Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Green. Edwards against Green. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards passes to Reed. Rebounded by Vucevic. Outside DeRozan. There's...
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, we know this team has offensive options, but it looks like there's great confidence defensively now.
Yeah, we have to be. That's what we got to do. If we play defense, we know we can score the basketball whenever we want. We just got to get stopped.
Very impressive, DeMar. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As we present our New Balance Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.